Hello and welcome to 5HT Digital Hub, Chemistry and Health. My name is Corinna Herrmann. I'm responsible for marketing and communications here at 5HT. We are part of the Digital Hub initiative initiated by the German Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Energy to enable digital innovation between established corporates and startups. And our aim is to bring together relevant players to foster digital innovation in chemistry and health. Another focus area is sustainability in connection with our industries. We've just set up a partnership with Newfound UK. I want to introduce you to Peter Gillingwater. Peter is the CEO and founder of Newfound, the market entry and global expansion consultancy, and he's based in London. Good morning, Peter. Welcome.
Hello, Corinna. Good to be here. Thank you very much for inviting me.
You are an expert in helping global tech companies grow in existing markets and expand into new markets. Can you let us know what Newfound is all about?
Of course, yes. So Newfound is, as you say, established to support technology companies expand into global markets. And we do that through a variety of ways. We help individual companies establish new market presence through the ability to validate that new marketplace. And that's looking at competitive organizations, looking at market sizing, looking at any regulatory issues, effectively helping the company to figure out whether the new marketplace is good for them. Then we also help that organization with the go-to-market planning, go-to-market strategy, and go-to-market execution. And most of our activities are inbound companies into the UK. So I think this is very relevant for today's discussion. Then we, of course, help broader sort of trade and investment organizations like yourself to support the ecosystems through virtual trade missions and physical trade missions when COVID allows us to. And we're also helping develop other programs such as scale-up programs for trade and investment organizations as well. So that's Newfound.
Cool, thank you. And also here with us is Tony Kypreos, the lead health tech advisor at Newfound. Welcome. Tony, please let us know about your expertise and how you support Newfound.
Thank you, Corinna. It's a pleasure to be here also and to meet 5HT. So as you say, I'm the lead health tech advisor with Newfound, and my experience is from three dimensions. Firstly, I'm a corporate leader and I've been on the executive board of T-Mobile International and T-Ventures based in Bonn and working across 12 countries. And I've also been managing director of another German company in digital called Bauer Media. So there are German connections there. I've also been an entrepreneur like many of your audience will have been. And my last venture was a telehealth digital therapeutics platform for pre-diabetes, which was acquired in 2017. And I'm also co-founder in Springboard, which is one of the largest and successful startup accelerators in the UK that was acquired by Techstars. And finally, I've been an angel investor, so I've got the investment dimension. I've invested in 16 ventures with 5 exits. Currently, I'm a visiting lecturer at University of Cambridge, focused on sustainability and healthcare, and I'm also on the advisory council of Accelerate 2030 in Geneva, which is a partnership with the UNDP, and we focus on the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And most important of all, I've known Peter for 16 years, which is a long time.
Very interesting. Thank you, Tony. Peter, how would you describe the Newfound UK ecosystem?
Well, the UK is a very interesting marketplace for 5HT and your member companies. I mean, firstly, it's a top 5 economy in the world, and despite or maybe because of Brexit, it still remains a very open marketplace for any German companies wishing to enter into the UK. Of course, if we look at focusing around the sort of health tech and sort of sustainable marketplace, there's a high amount of activity, with a number of reasons behind that. And I'm sure Tony will give his perspective as well. But ultimately, the marketplace here, despite being in lockdown, is very, very active. There's a huge amount of investment being put into organizations, not just in the UK, but from overseas markets as well. And of course, the opportunity to scale in here is significant. Provided you've got a good plan, a good product, and obviously good execution as well. But how would you add to that, Tony?
Yeah, I'd say for the healthcare market, this convergence is critical with life science, IT, big data, AI, materials, biotech, and the UK is very strong in these areas. And I'd say the UK is strong for healthcare and the chemical industry. Firstly, for access to market. I mean, it's the global HQ for AstraZeneca, GlaxoSmithKline, Smith and Nephew, and also all of the 25 global pharma companies and all of the top 30 medtech companies all have a presence in the UK, so all the customers are there. And it's really the number one in Europe for life sciences investment. Secondly, which is unusual for many markets, it's got access to capital. It's the third largest VC country in the world after USA and China, and the VC investment is larger than Germany, France, and Sweden combined. And finally, there's a lot of active R&D, particularly in life sciences. And the final thing is, I'd say, talent and R&D generally. There's so much collaboration and partnership to be had in the UK with world-leading research organisations, and 3 of the top 5 universities in life sciences are in the UK. So very strong for preclinical, clinical, and health sciences. So it's very much a global, one of the top 3 global life science hubs in the world.
Absolutely. And actually, one thing to add, of course, is the UK. It's not often sort of recognised that it's a great springboard country to North America, especially, and into the Far East. So a lot of companies, sort of start the migration to those new larger markets from the UK. So that's probably worth stressing.
Very interesting. Thank you. Peter, can you tell us why have Newfound partnered with 5HT?
Well, we see 5HT as a natural partner in a number of ways. I mean, firstly, you're supporting the same type of companies that we wish to support, so there's obviously a good continuity there. In terms of your sort of rationale to support that international piece, that's obviously what we are very strong at doing, and therefore we can see ourselves being very naturally paired with your activities. And I think lastly, we can sort of add to what you're already doing. We can bring a lot of experience and capability to the German marketplace, but more importantly, we're driven by success of scale-ups, and therefore, if we can help you scale your companies, then we've achieved our goal.
That is the intention. Thank you. Peter, what can members of the 5HT network with international ambitions expect from Newfound?
Well, firstly, I think it's a matter of understanding their goals and, of course, their business. So we're very, very focused on a bespoke service as opposed to a one size fits all, because that does not work in any type of tech business. So I guess it's understanding of the various drivers, the capabilities, perhaps some of the gaps in the organisation, and then to be able to come up with a plan. And the plan can well be come to the UK immediately because you're ready, or it could be perhaps you need to do some thinking around your products, or perhaps around funding. So ultimately, we try to understand what a company is currently, what stage it currently is at, and then we can develop either an individual bespoke plan, or perhaps get them involved in a cohort of other similar type of companies coming to the UK under a virtual trade mission, for example.
Tony, would you share some further insight on upcoming health tech specific opportunities in the UK?
Yes, certainly. I mean, I work a lot with both UK and the European and also global companies, and there is many similarities with Germany. Obviously, we're a developed country. We have a sophisticated healthcare system. We have many healthcare challenges with an aging population, chronic diseases, this sort of thing. But the key opportunities I'm seeing are in things like digital therapeutics, where Germany is a world leader in predictive prevention, personalized wellness, especially in epigenetics and genomics, mental health and neurodegenerative diseases. And in terms of the healthcare systems overall, in terms of wrapping around, we're always looking for improvements in resilience, productivity, responsiveness, and training. And I've worked and supported ventures across all these areas the last 10 years. And one of the key differences to be aware of course, is the NHS system and the procurement methods and the general ways of doing business. We're very similar, but also some differences in terms of building relationships and selling into the UK market and building talent and all that sort of stuff, which we're very aware of.
There must have been many success stories of Newfound. Could you share one of those success stories with us?
Well, certainly, one that springs to mind is actually an Australian listed company called Telehealth, and they focused on the adolescent sort of mental health marketplace, and particularly around diagnostics. We've actually supported them in terms of their market planning and made sure that they had the right understanding of the UK ecosystem and, of course, the right connections as well. We've now established them successfully into the UK, and they are very much up and running. And there's a number of other sort of similar stories where it's, once again, it's about getting the right understanding, the right plan in place, and the right execution. If those three things are aligned, the chances of success rise dramatically. And too often we see companies don't do enough planning, don't do enough understanding of the marketplace before embarking on sort of capital spend and proceeding into the marketplace without fully understanding the requirements. So, my mantra is all about, plan ahead, do it well, and you'll be more successful.
Very good. Tony and Peter, what benefits do you expect from a partnership between both of us, between Newfound UK and 5HT Digital Hub Chemistry and Health?
Well, I think, it's always about starting with a positive intent, and of course to do it in a way which means that we get the outcomes that we desire. So certainly we've got grand ambitions, but I think it's about starting with a careful understanding of each other, making sure that we can bring success to some of your member companies early. So of course we want to help everyone, but that's not possible. We're better suited to helping a relatively small number of high potential organizations and to take them on the journey. And obviously, within a year or two, they'll be fully set up here and successful. And that's how we're measured, really, is that sort of end goal. Selling into the marketplace, having traction, having scale, raising capital, and building the business. And that's really our end goal here. Tony, what else would you add on to that?
Yeah, no, I think that's all there. I mean, the other key thing to say is we're not consultants, we're operators and practitioners. We've been through the journey, we've raised capital, we've built teams, we've exported, we've gone international, we've had some failures and some grey hairs along the way, so we know what to avoid. So the key thing is we've been through the founder journey and the challenges, so we know how it really works, and from many perspectives. And we're very collaborative and insights driven, so we will be very honest. And as Peter said, I think it's very important for us to make sure the partnership is there and we're working with the right ventures, with the right ambition and the right potential, and then we can go very far with them.
And also, it's worth stressing that we don't expect to do everything for a company. There are certain areas where you need specialist advice. It could be around tax, it could be around employment law, it could be around PR and marketing. We know the companies that do a great job in those sort of specialist areas of need. So we're very good at signposting into those organizations that really are the best in class for your needs, as opposed to necessarily saying the big four consulting firms or accounting firms or law firms in many ways just aren't right for early stage companies.
So let's meet in, let's say, 1 year and see if we have produced some successful stories within our partnership. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Well, I think it's just telling your members, your audience that despite COVID, things are incredibly well, I wouldn't say upbeat, but there's certainly a marketplace that has tremendous potential and opportunity. And waiting to be able to jump on a plane, is losing time and losing opportunity. There's a lot that can be done virtually. We've become experts at using online tools, and obviously Zoom is one of those. But there's much more behind doing these online calls. There's a lot of activities that can be sorted, that can be assisting with the plans, and obviously giving companies that forward momentum, which is really important. So don't wait until the borders are open. I would say now is a great time to start, actually coming up with the plan and executing, because we've learned how to do it virtually much more than we thought we could.
Yeah, and I would just add that there's never been also a better time to have a a healthcare or health tech venture or something involving sustainability, they're very, very strong areas right now in the UK and globally, and it's a great time to be involved in such ventures.
Absolutely, that is true. Thank you very much, Peter and Tony, for your time and your insights. We from 5HT are really looking forward to a fruitful partnership with Newfound. So thanks again, and have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.